Well, hey folks, it's John with Ozarks Backroads with you today. So today we're not in the Ozarks, we are in eastern Arizona, just east of Tombstone, Arizona a little ways, in Cochise County. We're going to be taking a ride on the Mighty Tiger. We've brought it with us out here. We're going to ride in this. There's some mountains behind me here, a chain of mountains. We're going to ride up in those. We're going to look at a hoodoo forest at a national monument that's supposed to be really pretty. I've seen some videos and it does look good. And then we're going to go check out the gravesite of Johnny Ringo. He was Doc Holliday's nemesis, and he wound up catching a bullet in the head. His grave site, they buried him where they found him. We'll go take a look at that. So stick around, we'll take a ride in eastern Arizona on the Mighty Tiger. Hey, we're out in eastern Arizona. We're on an adventure, and we're on the Mighty Tiger today. We're going to be going up in the Chiricahua Mountains here in eastern Arizona. Essentially, we're going to ride through a park right now that's a hoodoo forest. It's a forest of hoodoos. The mountain's just covered with them. So we're out in Arizona, running around, seeing if there's anything cool to see. We've been down in Teralingua, Texas again. I did some videos on that a couple of years ago. Spent about a week down there. I've got I'll put some links in the description below if you want to see some videos and see what Big Bend National Park looks like down at Teralingua, Texas. But I've been down there again. I had a group of subscribers. We got together and spent about 3 or 4, 4 days running around down there, and we had a really big time. Got to see some of the things and ride some of the desert trails and stuff they have down there. It was pretty fun. Chiricahua National Monument right there. Here's the visitor center right here. Well, that looks like a rough road. Yeah, we'll go in here and pay our dues. Might even visit the restroom while we're here, who knows. All right, we got in. Didn't cost anything. I asked the lady why it was free. She said, well, it was costing us more money to hire somebody to take the money than we were making. She said everybody has free annual passes or lifetime passes. I said, well, I don't have a pass. She said, well, then you're the winner. Really cool. Look at those things. They just look like they're just individual boulders stacked on top of one another, ready to fall off of there. There's one up there that's fell off and leaned into another one next to it and got it leaning over. We'll pull in right here and take a few pics while we're here. Chiricahua, I believe, was an Indian, a group of an Indian tribe, I guess, or group. These mountains are named after Chiricahua, I believe. This was no doubt a spiritual place for them, I'm sure. Kind of puts that feeling in you. This is really cool. All right, this is the lookout, the overlook. Yep. I would say this is definitely an overlook. Whoo, doggies. Look at that. That's pretty cool. We may wear out a few sets of batteries on this stop. Pretty sweet view from up here. That was a really beautiful view off the Messiah Point, I believe is what that's called, something like that. It's the end of the park road, the very end of it. We'll go back down. There's another road down here that took off. We'll see where it goes to, if there's anything cool to be seen on it. Well, we'll go up here and see what's at Echo Canyon and Sugarloaf. If anything, maybe a viewpoint or something. And this looks like Trailhead, Sugarloaf Trailhead. We can check it out. This is a look down into that canyon that we came up the bottom of earlier. Yep, HooDoo's as far as you can see through there. Pretty neat. We came up through the bottom of that and around the mountain. Well, we'll ease back out of here and drive back through the canyon. Up on the upper peaks here, we still got snow on the Chiricahua Mountains. They're up over 8,000 feet there. This is the first week of April, so there's still some snow hanging around up there. That is some pretty cool stuff right there. There's one that's fell over and into its neighbor there. It's got its neighbor holding him up. Wow, there's some big old rocks in here. Hi, big old rocks. Man, the ride through this canyon is just, it's everywhere. Balanced rocks. We're gonna run back out to the highway. Well, it's not really, it's just a 2-lane blacktop. It'll take us south and we'll run down the side of this mountain range for a ways, and then Johnny Ringo is buried in the foothills down here. See if we can find his grave. Johnny Ringo was Doc Holliday's nemesis. Them two didn't get along. They nearly had a gunfight on more than a few occasions. Johnny Ringo tried to get Doc Holliday to draw on him a time or two. They never did. But I think Doc Holliday won because Johnny wound up down here leaned up against a tree, the bullet hole through his head. We're getting really close to Johnny Ringo's resting place here. We're on Turkey Creek Road, just off of Arizona State Highway 118. And I believe right down here is where Johnny Ringo met his end under a big tree here by a little spring creek. Let's see what it says here. Oh, I can see the grave over there. Well, this should be interesting. Ringo's graveside. Watch for snakes. Keep the gate closed. We can do all those things. So this is Johnny's grave here under this pile of rocks. Keep him from getting up. And here lies Johnny. They've got a headstone they've made for him. Or they made it at the time, I guess. Somebody made it. July 13th, 1882. The remains of this noted gunman and outlaw lie here. A teamster traveling from West Turkey Creek found the body sitting in the fork of a nearby oak tree with a bullet hole in the right temple. A coroner's jury reported the death to be suicide, and Ringo was buried on the spot. There were others who viewed the body and maintained that the July 13, 1882 death of Ringo was murder. Johnny was kind of a bad boy. He got into a lot of trouble in his life. Them type of folks usually didn't live too long. Looks like we can donate here, which I think I will, so that other people can come and see this. They've built a pretty nice fence here, and so people don't cause trouble with the neighbors. So I think I'll donate to the cause. And here's the creek he was sitting by. Even today it's got water in it. It was reportedly an extremely hot day that he died. It was said to be very hot that summer, and it was an exceptionally hot day, so I could imagine a fella might want to find some water. We had a look at Johnny Ringo's resting site there. That was pretty cool. Got to see where Ringo's laying these days. Beautiful, right in the foothills of these mountains. Just gorgeous. We're going to jump on the Tiger. There's a road that runs all the way across through these mountains to the other side, to the east side. Comes out near Portal, Arizona. So we'll mount up and head that way. Well, I found my road that runs over the mountains here. This road runs from basically the national monument that we were at there, the Chiricahua HooDoo's Monument, the Hoodoo Forest, through these mountains, and it comes out on the other side near Portal, Arizona. Portal is 18 miles. Woo! Road is not maintained for winter travel. Narrow mountain road, 14 miles. One-lane bridge. Yeah, I'd say that's a one-lane bridge. Timber's getting pretty large in here. Looking at these mountains, you know, from the valley, you wouldn't think there was much trees at all on them. Then when you get up in them, oh, it's full of big timber. Yeah, we're getting up in the air now. There may be a scenic view up here somewhere. Yep, there's a view. There's the, you can see the valley floor we came across before we started up in here. Way over there. That's nice. Narrow mountain road, limited maintenance, next 9 miles. Use low gear. I'm gonna use second. Ah, look at that. So there's the view off on the other side. Another basin down there, valley. Well, there's some snow-capped peaks right there. I think that's probably as close as we're gonna get to them. I'm gonna say there's no roads up there. Howdy. I'm good. Yeah, that old boy's got the dream job, driving the mountains, helping the tourists, telling them how stupid they are and to get that piece of shit off the mountain before they kill themselves. I could do that for a living. Matter of fact, I think I would excel at that. I think right here is a photo opportunity. Alright, we got fresh batteries and all the cameras. We're going to continue on, get back over the mountain, head back to base camp. Oh, there's a little deer, little mule deer. Little baby one looked like. I've been seeing baby deer on this trip. All right, I think that's as good as we're gonna get. Well, we're about to make it back to the highway here, another mile or two. I'm gonna head back to Wilcox. That's where I'm camped out at. I'm at the KOA at Wilcox, Arizona. We'll pick this adventure up tomorrow. We're gonna go over to Tombstone, Arizona. We're gonna look at some of the old places that history happened. Some of the bars and hotels and stuff, the original buildings are still there and they've preserved them. Late 1870s, early 1880s is when the boom was on there in Tombstone. And Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, Johnny Ringo, all of that bunch were there in these buildings at that time. That one bar, or I don't know if it's a hotel and a bar or what, but it's all shot up. The original bar's still in it. They said there's 140 bullet holes inside the building there where people fired their pistols inside the building. So that'll be cool. I invite you to come back and we'll go check out Tombstone, Arizona.